Hi again. Thought I'd make a video just to show you this really old and working handheld game unit. This is the Japanese version of Slimboy-Shooting 6. I'm not sure if this was released outside of Japan, but there was a series of Slim units. This one apparently was made in 1980. A few different sites where I've seen it for sale seem to say that it was. So, there's that. I think I paid about $20, maybe $25 US for this. I got it off of a Japanese auction site. I'll try to show you this other thing here. This is my iPad. And this, you probably can't see it very well, but it says the Tomy Slimboy series, LCD, watch batteries, whatever. It's series in the US, and this is just some photos on a website of some of them. Yeah, and this one is included there at the bottom. Yeah, so this, by the way, is handheldmuseum.com, in case you're interested. Anyway, I thought this was cool. It's 32 years old, apparently, at the time of recording, and it's shooting, so I had to give it a chance. I was a bit disappointed. It's not very much fun. I was hoping for something a little bit more Space Invader-ish, but it's pretty slow. There's the box. Obviously, the box isn't in great condition. It wasn't new when I got it, but I mean, considering, like I said, it's 32 years old, it could be worse. Right, so it came with the batteries. It says, I'll open it up, it says on the inside, on the instruction manual, that the batteries last something like 400 hours. Quick thing, I just want to get this off my chest, a little pet peeve of mine. Anytime you're opening something like this, right, especially if you work at a game store, right, please take something like this. This is just a regular butter knife, and gently, carefully put it in here, and then press outward, right, so that this little flap here comes undone. And to open it that way, it's so frustrating when, a few times this has happened to me where I'll go to a game store and I take something it's still in the box, and that's why I want to buy it. I want the box. And and then they open it by just shoving their fingers in, and then it gets this, if you can see it, this right here. And that's frustrating for collectors. Just the other day, actually, I was about to buy, I'd taken it to the counter. What was it? See if I can talk and do this at the same time. It was for the GameCube, and it was, shoot, what game was it? Shikigami no Shido 2, with the collectible figure and everything. And I took it up there, and the game itself and the figure were in really good condition. The outer box was a bit damaged, and the top had been, opened that way. The bottom was still okay, but then he opened it up to show me everything, and he just opened it and ruined the bottom flap too. And I was like, okay, you know what? No. And I didn't want to stick around to explain to him, like, dude, that's why I'm not buying it. I hoped he would just get it. I just said, you know what? Watching him do it, I said, you know what? I don't want it anymore. And I said it fairly politely, but I wasn't rude. I just said, yeah, I changed my mind. And he apologized because he realized it was because he kind of, this is in Japan, he kind of just opened it a little bit too roughly, I guess you'd say. So anyway, back to this thing. So please, like, if you have stuff in the box, for your own sake and for collector's sake, please open it carefully so that it doesn't, get all bent out of shape or whatever. And that's just my little pet peeve. So there you go. For one thing, this, for 33 years, this styrofoam has held up really well. So, I can understand why environmentalists, that's one more reason, right? It's just styrofoam is pretty wicked stuff, yeah? Right, so here's the manual. I'll try to show you that briefly. Lovely Japanese. And it's basically just explaining kind of what the different game modes are. There's Pro 1 and Pro 2. From what I can gather, I think Pro 2 it moves a bit faster, so I guess it's slightly more difficult. And then within each one, Pro 1 or Pro 2, you can choose 6 different games, and I'll talk about that more later. I just wanted to show you this really quickly. Yeah, 400, between 240 and 400 hours for the battery, so that's kind of cool. And then it says here, if you use it, where's my finger? If you use it 1 hour a day, that's about 8 months or 13 months, depending on the battery. So that's kind of neat. Right, so there's the manual, and then I assume this is the original plastic sleeve. I'm not sure, but this is just in a great condition. It says Japan on it, and if you know much about Japan, you know that most of their books, they read the opposite direction as English books. So instead of from here to this being the front, this the back, it's this way. So here's actually the front, if it were a book, yeah, and it would be like this. So this is the front of it. It opens this way, and then reading this way or this way. So right, anyway, this is in pretty much perfect condition, which is pleasing to me because I bought it online. You never know what you're going to get when you order stuff online, really, until you get it. I've taken it out of this before, but I'm not going to do it right now, but maybe I will. Okay, so you see the sleeve, there's that, right? Okay, so I'll see if I can get this out without messing it up too much, or making you dizzy, or both. I had the camera and stuff out, so I figured I'd just go ahead and show you this now. Shoot. It's not that easy to get out, which is probably a good thing, because you want to keep it in this little case when you're playing it, I reckon, for protection. But you're going to take it out to change the battery and whatnot. I wouldn't be surprised if these are still the original batteries in it. I have a feeling it didn't get played that much. But yeah, I just wanted to be able to show you the back. You can just see it's in really nice condition. No visible marks on it at all, really. And then I'll fire it up. Woohoo, exciting stuff. So I'll go ahead and go straight for Pro 2 because I'm a hardcore gamer, right? So these buttons, obviously it's directional buttons, and it looks kind of like the PS3 controller, or the PlayStation controllers. And then shoot, simple enough. And then you select your game with a select button, and so it's very simple. It's not even worth explaining because they're so simple, but this is practice mode, and the guy moves up and down, and you move up and down, try and hit him. He doesn't shoot at you. Then this one, he shoots at you. This one, I think he shoots at you, but his bullets sometimes bounce around, and it's really hard to avoid them. Okay, and then this is similar, but you're in like a tank, and you can move left and right. And I think the other tank doesn't shoot at you, maybe. Or no, I think it does shoot at you, but it only shoots straight. And then these, they kind of bounce around, and it's nearly impossible. And then here you're going against a tank, but whenever you're this little guy, you can't move left and right, only up and down. So, yeah, the one that I like the most is this one. So let's play a little bit of that. You can kind of see me high, but you kind of can't. Anyway, so to start it, you push up. Oh crap! He almost got me already. Oh, he did get me. Let's see if I can get a better view of this, so it's not just me. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, that's better. So see if I can nail him. Okay, I got him. And it, when he's going down or whatever, you can't move. Oh crap! Oh, I said it was boring, but it's kind of fun, I guess. I know it's more just the novelty of it, right? It's really neat to have something like this that's from 30 years ago, and it was only in Japan and whatnot. So I went ahead and took the plunge on this. It'll probably just sit on my shelf for a gaming museum, but it's neat that it still works and whatnot. I suppose it's somewhat rare. I don't know. I found it online, though. So anyway, there you go. That's the Slimboy-Shooting 6. It's super retro. And that is all. Bye-bye.